What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some big time recruiting news as Michigan has gotten some new predictions in to land a couple of 4-star defensive linemen plus a 4-star wide receiver sets his commitment date as Michigan is potentially a leader in that recruitment. We also give an update on the 2025 running back recruiting and why Michigan has a shot to land the 5-star wide receiver Derek Meadows. Plus Ron Bellamy talks about the Michigan wide receivers, and Joel Klatt lists 2 Michigan games that will shape the college football season. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we actually got some pretty big recruiting news as Michigan has gotten new predictions in to land some recruits. And the first guy I'll talk about is the 2025 4-star defensive lineman Jalen Williams, as Michigan has just picked up another crystal ball prediction yesterday from Alan True. In Michigan, they have had already 3 crystal ball predictions put in before that prediction in November. So Jalen Williams, he comes from the state of Illinois. We've talked a lot about him before. He's ranked 153rd nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings, and it has been an interesting recruitment. Michigan, they led early on in his recruitment, and then obviously Michigan lost, their whole defensive coaching staff, including defensive line coach Mike Elston, and then Michigan also had to replace Greg Scruggs with Lou Esposito. And it seems that he has done a great job right away here. And another thing that is helping Michigan in Jalen Williams' recruitment is the fact that they got the 2025 4-star defensive lineman Nathaniel Marshall to commit. He committed in April, and that was a big time pickup, a top 100 recruit. And Nathaniel Marshall and Jalen Williams do know each other. They have a relationship, and it seems that they could potentially be pairing up at Michigan. And Jalen Williams is set to officially visit Michigan this weekend, so some good news there. Michigan in the driver's seat to land Jalen Williams right now. And Michigan, they have also picked up predictions to land the 2025 4-star defensive lineman Maxwell Roy from St. Joseph's Prep School in Pennsylvania. He's ranked 152nd nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings, and both Zach Libby and E.J. Howland of On3 and the Wolverine have logged expert predictions for Michigan to land him. According to E.J. Howland, Wisconsin and Rutgers are considered the 2 biggest threats to Michigan, but he's not overly concerned about either. We potentially could see Maxwell Roy make a commitment this month. He does have an official visit set to Michigan on June 21st. I actually would not be surprised if Michigan did pick up a couple commitments following the weekend of June 21st. They have a ton of recruits officially visiting that weekend, so big news there. As far as defensive line recruiting goes, Michigan, they have done a great job at that position. They already have, commitments from the talented Nathaniel Marshall and Bobby Conca, the in-state defensive lineman from Howell, Michigan. So defensive line recruiting doing really good in the 2025 class, as Michigan looking to add 2 more 4-stars. Another guy I wanted to talk about was the 2025 4-star wide receiver Taz Williams Jr. from Red Oak High School in the state of Texas, as he has announced he will be making his decision July 13th. Michigan is slated to have him on campus for his official visit on June 21st. He will be deciding between Texas A&M, SMU, Michigan, and Penn State. Michigan will be getting the last visit from him, so that should definitely help them as they will get the last impression on him. Right now, Michigan does lead with a 67.5% chance to land him, according to the recruiting prediction machine on On3. So a commitment coming there in the month of July from Taz Williams. Michigan, major contender, currently has the lead, but we'll see how the official visits go. And again, it is big that Michigan does get the last impression on him. Also wanted to give an update on running back back recruiting in the 2025 class. Now currently right now the 2025 3-star running back Shakai Mills-Knight is taking his official visit to Michigan. Michigan is a major contender in that recruitment, and another running back who is set to make his official visit this weekend is the 2025 4-star running back Jordan Davison from Mater Dei High School in California. He is ranked 96th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, and Ohio State had been leading for a while now in his recruitment. They have 2 crystal ball predictions going in their favor. However, Ohio State has just landed Bo Jackson this week, and they also have 5 crystal ball predictions going in their favor to land the 4-star running back Isaiah West. So Michigan is going to really have a shot at Jordan Davison, I think, and this weekend his official visit is going to be a big time visit. So let me know what you guys think about that. And the last thing I will talk about is the 2025 5-star wide receiver Derek Meadows. We talked about him on the video on Monday as he took his official visit this past weekend to Michigan. In Michigan, they do have a shot at landing him. It's going to be tough, and it does seem like Notre Dame currently leads in his recruitment. However, Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider did talk to Derek Meadows' dad, Deshaun. He said, "This is the feel that I have. Michigan is going to do what they need to do to win based on their personnel. So if they have a strong receiving corps, they're going to pass the ball more." He said what he walked away with, that if Derek does his job and he chooses Michigan to attend, he will be a part of that offense. He also said that Michigan checks off the academic box, the comfort box, and there's also some childhood friends at Michigan like Amarion Stewart and Tyler Morris. So it'll be interesting to see, if Michigan can land Derek Meadows. Again, it's going to be hard. He's a 5-star receiver. Michigan isn't known to land 5-star receivers, but they certainly have a shot at him. Speaking of receivers, Ron Bellamy did recently talk about the Michigan wide receivers and emerging leaders as he spoke on In the Trenches podcast with John Jansen. He said it's something we're excited about. We had a great spring with the guys. And he said there's, something that people forget. They played a lot. Tyler Morris played over 300 snaps last year. Samaj Morgan played over 200. Frederick Moore played just under 100 snaps. And Peyton O'Leary came on at the end of the year. So we do have experience. He did say the guys understand the production has to step up, and they're ready for it. He said they're Michigan men. These guys understand what the expectations are, and they're perfecting their craft daily. He said those guys understand the torch is passed to them now, and they got to bring it. Now, one player that is going to be key in the Michigan passing game is Colston Loveland. Bellamy said he's smooth, man. I love watching him play. He's expanding his game, and it's fun to watch him. He works hard at his craft. He said I always see him in the tight end room. He's watching film, and he's watching the Travis Kelce's of the world and some other elite guys in college football and throughout the NFL, just trying to expand his game. He said he's the ultimate team player. As great as he is in the pass game, he's equally as good in the run game. Colston Loveland is going to be a major piece to this Michigan offense next season. And real quick here, do want to talk about Joel Klatt as he names 2 games for Michigan that could shape the college football season. He talked about the top 10 games that will shape the college football season, and 2 of them were Michigan games. First one was obviously the Texas game. So the narrative right now in the offseason is that Texas is going to roll up there. They're more talented. They got their quarterback, and they're going to beat Michigan. And he said, I don't hold Michigan in my top 4 right now, but if they were to beat Texas, that changes immediately, shaping the season. And obviously the Michigan-Ohio State game, he mentioned that game as well. Now I will say Michigan's schedule, obviously one of the toughest out of all the college football teams next season. So that should definitely help them get into the college football playoffs, especially with the expansion to 12 teams. And Michigan right away will have a big game against Texas. And listen, it's tough to beat Michigan at the Big House. They haven't lost in the Big House since the 2020 season. And if Michigan is able to beat Texas week 2 in the college football season, that is going to be a major win for this team, and could potentially, when they're talking about who, is and should be in the college football playoffs, that win against Texas could definitely be the reason Michigan gets in. But they also have games against Oregon, Ohio State, USC, and Washington. So it's going to be a fun season to watch. But let me know what you guys think about those 2 games for Michigan that will shape the college football season, according to Joel Klatt. I also think the Michigan-Oregon game could be a big game as well, and personally I think that could be Michigan's toughest game of the season. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Michigan got some good recruiting news. Hopefully they're able to land some commitments real soon. But with that, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.